Hello, my name's Hunter Miller and I will be educating you on concussions. So to start off, I'm going to define a concussion. A concussion can be defined as a shaking or damage to the brain caused by force applied to the chest, neck, or skull. This can be caused by being tackled in football, head striking the floor when falling, so like when someone falls in a basketball game or any other sport. Uh, Getting hit in the head by an object such as a ball, fist, etc. Um, Recognition is very important. So the most common symptom of a headache, if a concussion, is a headache. Other symptoms are nausea, vomiting, dizziness, visual problems, sensitivity to light, sensitivity to noise, balance issues, feeling mentally foggy, feeling like you're slowed down, difficulty concentrating and remembering. Um, these are some of the more common symptoms for concussion. There are more, but it is important to know these signs and symptoms and just what to look for if you suspect to have a concussion. Um, Signs of a concussion are loss of consciousness, but this only happens with 10% of concussions. Amnesia, so not being able to remember something. Say what you ate for lunch, who'd you played last week, if you won or lost the game last week. Different things, not being able to comprehend new material. So if you go into class and the teacher's trying to show you something y'all haven't been over yet and you just can't grasp the concept, that could fall under the amnesia sign. Behavioral changes such as depression, irritability, anxiety, nervousness, or you just feel more emotional overall. Slowed reaction time, so you're just not reacting to things as quick as you could, and this is both physically and mentally. So someone goes to throw you a baseball or something and you miss, or it's harder for you to focus and engage in conversation. Both of these are applied to slow reaction time. Changes in sleep patterns, so if you can't fall asleep, if it just takes you longer to fall asleep, if you're sleeping for longer periods of time or shorter periods of time, all of these things can be affected by a concussion. How to manage a concussion. Management usually falls to the athletic trainer. In most cases, the athletic trainer is the only person you need to see in order to be properly treated. The patient may be referred to the physician if symptoms become worse. In other cases, the patient will be referred to the doctor if they've lost consciousness at any time. So if you get tackled on the football field and get knocked out, you are going to be sent to the hospital regardless if you have concussion symptoms or not. And even if the athletic trainer is the healthcare provider, meaning you didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, normally it's going to take 7 to 10 days for the athlete to heal from a concussion. So this could be 7 to 10 days for the symptoms to go away. This could be 7 to 10 days for full return to play. It just really depends on the individual and how they got the concussion. If they've had concussions before, say if it's a 14-year-old freshman versus a 17 or 18-year-old senior in high school, girls will tend to take longer to heal from a concussion than a boy, and things like that need to be kept in mind when you believe you are dealing with a concussion. Different evaluation tools can be used. The SCAT-3 form is very very well known. Or computer-based testing such as IMPACT down in the corner are both very common modes of evaluation. how this process works is normally in the preseason or right as the season is beginning. All the players come in and are either assessed with a SCAT-3 or the computerized based testing to obtain a baseline. And the baseline provides something to compare to once you've sustained a concussion. So the point of the test is to see how your brain normally functions when healthy. So there's going to be, for baseline, it's just going to be you on a regular day, just going about your business. End of the day, you go do your impact testing or your SCAT-3 form. So when you do sustain a concussion, the impact testing or the SCAT-3 should be able to pick up on any changes in symptoms, balance issues, coordinations, pick up on if you have any amnesia or issues retaining information. And both are very good tools for an athletic trainer to evaluate you and kind of see where you're at in your progression, healing. As I said earlier, to be referred to the doctor, player will be sent to the hospital for MRI if they become unconscious at any point or symptoms become worse. This is due to the fact that the MRI will show if there is any serious brain trauma. Hit that's hard enough hit sustained to make someone go unconscious could cause some brain damage, such as brain bleeding. Even if the patient does not become unconscious, this is still a concern and a sign that there is bleeding of the brain is the symptoms becoming worse due to the pressure built up in the brain. Treatment. Most commonly, the treatment is just rest, both physical and mental rest, to prevent symptoms from getting worse, since going out and running may irritate the symptoms, or going to class may also irritate symptoms. So very important for those diagnosed with a concussion to be taken out of practice until their symptoms subside. And in most cases, the athlete should be taken out of school as well, just to avoid symptoms getting worse. For the return to play policy, it's there's 6 stages. The first stage is no activities, so just getting that mental and physical rest you need until there are no symptoms present, and you must go 24 hours with no symptoms to go into stage 2, which is riding a bike, walking, swimming, just to increase the heart rate a little bit, some light aerobic exercise, just to get your heart beating a little bit. And after that's done, we'll see how you feel. If symptoms return, we revert back to stage 1. If you get through stage 2 with no symptoms, we go on to stage 3, which is sport-specific exercise, so running drills on the sideline, just to get that heart rate up again, see how you feel, see how you perform with a more sports-oriented exercise. Then if you make it through stage 3 with no symptoms, we go on to non-contact training. So you go into practice, but for non-contact drills. You make it through that, you go to full contact practice. If you make it through a full contact practice with no issues, then we go on to stage 6, which is full on return to play. I'll give you a few minutes to answer these questions on a sheet of paper. Just take your time and answer as best you can, and we'll go over the answers at the end. Alright, everybody's done. Let's go over the answers. So 10% of concussions result in the player being rendered unconscious. Second answer is true. Third answer is false. Fourth answer is 7 to 10 days. Next answer is loss of consciousness or symptoms worsen to be referred to the doctor. And the last answer is physical and mental rest. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you. If you have any questions, let me know.